Welcome back to another episode of the True North podcast. I'm Sarah, your guide through life's stormy weather. Today we're diving deep into a topic that affects us all: mental health and resilience. We're going to talk about navigating the emotional storms, finding our true north when life feels directionless, and building the kind of resilience that allows us to face challenges with courage and grace. I want you to get comfortable. Maybe you're listening with a warm cup of tea, Earl Grey if you're like me. Maybe you're outside, feeling the crisp air on your skin, or maybe you're curled up somewhere safe, just needing some words of encouragement today. However you found your way here, I'm glad you did. Mental health is like the weather. Sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it storms, and other times it's an unpredictable mix of both. And just like we prepare for thunderstorms, grabbing an umbrella, securing the windows, we can prepare ourselves mentally for the storms of life. I know this personally. Living with chronic illness, navigating pain, and experiencing days where the emotional weight feels heavier than the physical. But resilience isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about learning to move through it, one step at a time. Here's what we're going to cover today: understanding emotional storms, what they are and how they impact us; the art of resilience, how to build it even in the toughest times; tools to ground yourself when the world feels overwhelming; some real stories of resilience and hope; and practical exercises to help you find balance and calm in the chaos. Take a sip of your tea if you have some. Let's do a little deep breathing. Deep breath in. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just exhale all those worries away. This is one of my favorite breathing techniques. Mindfulness breathing. It really helps, especially on those days, and I'm having one of those days. Another breath, if you will. In and hold. Count to 4. And let it all go. Okay. So what's an emotional storm? We've all been there. Something happens, an argument, bad news, a flare-up in health, and suddenly emotions hit like a wave. Maybe it's anxiety rising like a storm, or sadness settling in like a dense fog. These emotional storms can be brief, or they can linger, making it feel impossible to see a way forward. One of the first steps in navigating emotional storms is recognizing them. We often try to push through, dismissing feelings with phrases like, "I'll deal with it later," or "Shouldn't I feel this way?" But here's the truth. Your emotions aren't an inconvenience. They're signals. Just like thunder warns us of rain, emotions warn us of something happening internally that need attention. Did you know that stress literally changes your body? It triggers cortisol, the stress hormone, which affects your immune system, your digestion, even your ability to think clearly. When we're stuck in a cycle of stress and anxiety, our bodies remain in a state of high alert, like a never-ending storm. That's why it's so important to have ways to regulate emotions, to anchor yourself when the winds get strong, and that leads us to resilience. So what is resilience? Resilience isn't about toughing it out. It's about learning how to bend without breaking, like a tree in the wind, strong but flexible. Resilience is something we can build like a muscle, but it takes intention. Self-awareness, recognizing your thoughts, feelings, and triggers. Emotional regulation, practicing breath work, mindfulness, and reframing negative thoughts. Supportive system, surrounding yourself with people who uplift and ground you. Perspective shifting. Instead of why me, ask, what can I learn from this? Resilience is not about ignoring pain. It's about acknowledging it and choosing how to respond. When anxiety feels overwhelming, grounding yourself is key. Here are a few techniques you can try. The 5-4-3-2-1 method stands for 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you hear, 2 you smell, and 1 you taste. And the breath work, I already showed you that. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. And visualization, picture yourself in a place of peace, maybe a forest, a mountain, a beach. Excuse me. Let me share a story, one of my own. There was a day when my body refused to cooperate. I have many days like this. Pain takes over, and I feel powerless. But in that moment, I remember my breath. I focus on what I can control, not what I can't. And slowly, moment by moment, I always find my way through. Breath control is so important, and it really can help you. Gentle stretching is another way to ground yourself. In moments where your anxiety feels like it's going to take over, you just do some gentle stretching. You can literally feel every joint in your body, and it reminds yourself you're alive. You're still here. While you're stretching, you can do also your gentle breathing. These are all mindfulness techniques that helps us deal with anxiety. Wherever you are right now, know this. You are stronger than you think. The storm may be raging, but you're not alone. Your true north, your inner compass, will always guide you home. If this spoke to you, I'd love for you to share your thoughts. You can connect with me on social media at TrueNorth72 or join the conversation on Twitch at TrueNorth1972. Yes, I show my age. And if you need support, please don't hesitate to reach out. My website is www.truenorthpoint.org. I am always available. And until next time, keep going, keep growing, and always follow your true north, even when the path is unclear.